It's about 20 to 10. I'm just about ready to start recording. Getting used to actually talking to the camera as opposed to other screens. Anyway, I'm a hot mess this morning. This is actually my second cup of coffee, so I'm prepared. By now you will have seen the Stitchy vlog that went up this morning. Again, it was interesting and fun to do. I hope you guys check that out. If you can let me know what you thought, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, let me just text the Hobbs and let him know, hey, you know, I am starting now officially so that he isn't, you know, he's actually out doing our shopping for the week, so, you know. Apparently it's been a few days since I texted His Royal Highness. It's fine. You didn't hear that. Okay. Yeah. So if there's any chopping in this video, you'll know why I had to pause it to go ahead and help him put the groceries away. That's kind of what we've decided throughout this whole panini, is that he'll go do the shopping so I don't have to leave the house, because yeah, more anxiety than he does about it apparently. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. Let us test the microphone. I'm gonna have to turn it up a little bit, balance it. All right. Okay. Let's do this thing. Just testing the microphone for real this time. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Yo, Mario. Okay, just in case I have to yell, you'll know my volume for that. All right, let's try it. Just testing the microphone for real this time. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Yo, Mario. Okay, just in case I have to yell. Sounds good. And BT dubs, Mario totally ignored me, so that's fine. It's okay. I caught him sleeping and staring out the window this week, so he's gonna be later in the episode. Yeah. All right, let me gather myself one more. If you're looking at the episode title, what the bleep happened to April, y'all? For real. Okay. Here we go. Hello everyone, I'm Silver. It is Monday, May 3rd. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you do tune in and last time you decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. Trust me, I love seeing y'all here. I also want to say a quick hello to all new viewers. I am pretty social. You can actually find me on Discord as SilverD, #8858, and on Instagram as @SilversKnitting. Now, I do have a fair amount of stuff that I want to talk to you about this month, not as much as normal. However, I do have a little bit to talk about. So let's just grab your drink of choice, your particular craft that you're working on, and away we go. So today I'm actually drinking what amounts to my second cup of coffee. I believe this was pumpkin spice, I think. One of the local places, local-ish places near us, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick drink and then we will get started. No, I'm gonna need a little bit more. What do you think? I'm gonna need a little bit more, yeah. Okay. In this episode, we do have FOs, or finished objects, WIPs, or works in progress, stash dash ready, what is ready for the beginning of stash dash. I'll talk more about that later. Also have Radio Gaga, Silver's book pile, Silver and the case of the screen time, my favorite things, the more you know, and the end of the road. All right, with that, I'm actually going to try to finish up this cuppa, and then we'll move on to the next segment. I will see you then. Y'all. Okay. I got a text message. I don't know if that meant that he's on his way here or what, but let me look. He's in the complex, which means I've got to go, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to go ahead and help him bring all the groceries in. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, and for real, I'm actually going to drink this cup while I'm waiting for him, because he says he's in the complex, which means he's just about here, and it takes about 5 or 6 minutes from the beginning of the complex to completely bring everything in enough where I get to put it away. Because apparently I'm better at textures than he is. Anyway, telling stories before the coffee actually hits my system. Okay, for real, I will be right back. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm going to need to catch my breath though before I begin recording again, but hi. No, that'll work. Okay. This is me every time I record, y'all. You got crazy, Silver. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Wipe the mouth. Grab what I need. And yep. Okay, now that it's closer to me, right? Okay. Alright, let's talk FOs, or what I finished since the last time we talked. Well, I have actually finished a total of 19 hexies for my hexie blanket since the last time we talked. This is actually, there's no pattern for this. It's actually 5 rounds of hexies. Well, 5 rounded hexies, I guess you can say. I have used a lot of miscellaneous yarn scraps. I don't have the tags anymore on that, but I do use a size US G hook, which is actually a 4.0 millimeter. I finished all but 3 that I need to get the blanket completely ready to go. I actually started connecting them since the last time we talked. Actually, even since the vlog that I put up a couple weeks ago. So what I did was I actually made a video of how wide this dang blanket is. I would not be able to fit it on the table behind me while I record to be able to show it off. I am doing 20 hexies per row and 13 rows high. I've actually finished 5 completely and started on the 6th, so I know where the placement of that row goes. I honestly have not worked on it since, but anyway, I'm actually going to be including a video that I put together, like I said, for it, as it's, like I said, literally the easiest way to show off this blanket, even in its earliest stages. I'm going to put that here, and even if you are watching on Patreon, you'll see just a video popping in here. Today is the day, folks. I guess I am going to organize for attaching the blanket. Now to go research a few ways of connecting them, because yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear, but my voice is a bit tired. See y'all later. So this blanket is now longer than my desk. Alright, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit more so you can see more of the blanket. Hold on. So a little bit, but look how crazy is this, huh? I am going to be starting the 6th row soon, so hold on. And look, here's the rest of it. Isn't that awesome? I wanted to start the 6th one up here so you can kind of get a glimpse to what I'm trying to do with this blanket. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and help empty. I put groceries because he just got home. But I wanted to show the blanket. Bye, everyone. Okay. The next thing that I finished was what I am calling a cubed blanket. I have done 53 of these small 5 round granny squares. Lots of them. I have lots of them since the last time we talked. Like I said, they are 5 round granny squares, no real pattern. I'm just kind of making as many as I possibly can. I think the total that I thought I needed to get the length of blanket that I want, I need to do at least 700 of them. So I'm going to be at them for a while. I'll probably start connecting them in a little while. I don't know what order I'm putting anything in. But anyway, that's another story altogether. But I did actually finish one yesterday. I'm working on one right now. That's kind of an ongoing project. I do have hashtags for those on Instagram. Hopefully I'll be able to put the video up on Instagram too there, so you can see all of the rando hexes and stuff from the previous thing. But anyway, the last thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I called April 2020 DVD socks. The pattern that I used on this one is the I'll have 2 coffees and 2 cherry danishes to go please by CC Almon. The yarn that I used on this one is the DVD Visa or fingering base in the colorway Alyssa Zombody Edwards. I absolutely love the way this pattern came out with the yarn, you guys. I was kind of worried that the decomp in the middle of it would not allow for a very good patterning, but then when I did it as a test knitter for CC back when she was before she released the pattern, I was like, oh, actually it works. Okay, cool. Let's go with, see if it'll work in the decomp, just to kind of play. Anyway, before I go on all sorts of different rants, I'm actually going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Oh, I need to add that too. Hold on. Because I forgot some details. Of course I did, right? It wouldn't be me if I didn't forget some details. Anyway. Oh yeah, I did use a size US 1, which is actually a 2.25 millimeter on 9-inch circulars. It's actually being housed in, well, was housed in my Exploding TARDIS bag by Slip Stitch Studios. I love this bag. I'm getting next month's all ready to go, but anyway. See, all things out of order. I do have to tag it though. It's actually being housed in off order needles and bag and outro. That way, see, that way I have notes, because otherwise I will forget by the time I go put this all live. Okay. Next window for the next segment. All right. It is what it is. I'll just speed up every time I'm stopping to take it for drink, right? All right. I have a few. It is what it is. All right, let's talk whips, or what I have in progress. The first thing I'm going to talk about is I actually managed to finish the sock that I had started the toe of. Not very much progress, but did manage to finish up to the heel, actually where the gusset is going to be going in. Spoiler alert, I'm going to have a tutorial coming up, so I needed to make sure I save the heel for that. Anyway, that'll link as soon as it comes out. So I'm actually making 9 pairs of matching socks for that project. It is basically all I am going to say for now about that, mostly because I'm sure some of the recipients for it do listen. I don't know for sure, but anyway, I'll probably discuss that probably in a couple more full episodes from now. I'm not really sure. Maybe once I get a few more done. Anyway, I am, like I said, I'm using my vanilla tulip socks that I am going to release, hopefully by my birthday. I'm trying because I've got to record the whole video and all that, whatever. I am using West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in the candy cane colorway. I have 9 skeins to do 9 pairs, so I should have enough, I think. For this one, I have used a size US 1, which is actually a 2.25 millimeter on 9-inch circulars. And I'm actually housing each pair of socks in a different bag. The one that I'm sort of decided that is going to be the primary sock, the one that has the full sock from the last time I recorded, that is actually in my green cat bag by Molly Klein Designs. I absolutely love this. This is one of her earlier bags. I cannot get enough of it, and I found a way to have my holiday bags in use all year long. So, and as per usual, all of those socks are going to be used, they're going to be knit on a size US 1, which is actually a 2.25 9-inch circulars. I believe they are carbons, I think. They are so tiny, guys. Sorry, crinkle back. These are the needles that are so tiny. Anyway, let's move on to what I am also currently working on. Sorry, all distracted. Okay, that'll probably be edited out. But anyway, the next thing that I'm working on, and probably will be working on for at least for a little while, is what I called Shawl 3.0. This is actually really huge. I've done a fair amount since the last time that we talked. This is actually the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Howens. Just basically a lot of rando hexy and square leftovers are going to be going in this shawl. Just kind of, I don't know who I'm going to give it to yet, but I just tend to go until there's about 200 granny clusters wide, or whenever I run out of minis, which could be a bit. Anyway, I am actually also using my USG hook, which is the 4.0 millimeter. I am using that one pretty much for a lot of the projects that I crochet nowadays. Well, and actually this is being housed in my Hamilton bag by the Knitted Birdstick. I absolutely love this bag. Yeah, anyway, before I go ahead and ramble anymore, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Well, you get to see the pretty that is in the behind the scenes, behind, why did I go on Southern twang? Must need more caffeine. Not soda, caffeine. Proper caffeine. Excuse my slurping, but I'm going to be doing that a lot. And you get to see the crazy that is the behind the scenes, really. Because it does sometimes take me about 5 to 6 minutes between each segment to like go ahead and restart for the next one. Now, fair warning, this is probably where a lot of my time has gone, and I have done, sorry, let me just here, we all know that kind of instinct. Anyway, this particular segment is actually where I put a lot of my time trying to get stuff ready for Stash Dash. I've recently told MTI that I don't know what I'm going to do once I finally get everything to Stash Dash readiness, especially the Desert Vista sock for the month, which, by the way, I haven't even cast on yet. I don't know. We do have a couple of things starting, and I could always work on the holiday socks. I don't really know. if you have a vote, just let me know. I believe there's actually a way you can comment below the video here. Just let me know what you think I should work on next. Or you can even comment on the video on YouTube. It is your personal preference. Okay. I am rambling. It is about 11:13 here, my time. Okay. It is what is, right? More coffee, more coffee. Okay. Now that I'm done looking at myself in the mirror. All right, actually, before I even go on to this next segment, I don't know if you noticed, but I have this bridge thing that I'm supposed to be wearing, but with the panini going on, I haven't gotten as much wearing time. I tend to go in public with the mask, so it's like, why bother with the vanity? But I've noticed that I have more of a lisp with it in my mouth than I do without it, especially when I'm recording. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to apologize if you're really unnerved by it. That's why. I thought I was going to talk about it when I first started the recording, but I'm losing my damn mind. Okay, let's go. Oh, sorry, my sister just texted me. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's talk about what's ready for Stash Dash. Y'all, we have dates now, which is good. Yes. Lala announced that on the Knitgirlls podcast this past week. So yeah, we are going from May 28th through August 31st of this year. I am going to show off a picture here of the list that I made this past week with all of the yardages and stuff that I'm expecting. If you're watching this on Patreon, I'm kind of showing it off a little bit here. I have 2 pages, actually, if we're being honest, but the first page is mostly just for one project. Meh. All right, let's talk about what is officially ready for Stash Dash. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is something that I only have photos for because, quite frankly, I have already thrown them in the box that's behind the camera. If you're watching on Patreon, I'll go ahead and put pictures of both these projects here. What I'm talking about is the Shawl 2.0, which I literally just have like 2 more shells on the edge and I'm done with. And then DVD Love Lesson 3. The reason it's going to be done, that last blanket, is because, quite frankly, it's huge to work on, and I have 2 more months of yarn that I need to get out of the socks before I can put it into the blanket, and I won't be finishing May's until, well, quite frankly, until Stash Dash starts, so therefore we can put it in the box. Okay, I'll go ahead and let's see. Oh yeah, like I said, it's currently buried. But I did show it off in my stash vlog episode. Now that my notes remind me of that fact. I'll go ahead and I'll link that video in the show notes and in the box below this video. It's actually also on Patreon too, if you wanted to go ahead and see that. All right, the next thing that I do have handy that I've actually been working on quite a bit since the last time we talked is what I called Minerva socks. Quite simply because of the name of the sock. It's called the Minerva's Lucky Quidditch Socks by Audrey Paquin. I was about 1 pattern rotation in there since the last time I had a full episode. I'm now officially to the toes on both socks, you guys. I cannot wait, and these will be waiting until Stash Dash. Yeah, I like I said, I cannot wait to start working on them again. I'm actually going to reclaim this progress keeper because I'm going to need it for something else. Anyway, that's a spoiler alert right there. This is, like I said, Minerva's Lucky Quidditch Socks by Anna Paquin. I'm using Mustache yarn in the Bohemian colorway. I anticipate these, the toes actually going to take me to a full 100 grams or 460 yards. So, yay! It's probably an older tag, I think. This is part of their self-striping, like perfect self-striping, or OCD skeins, as they used to call it. So, I love these socks, you guys. Okay. And if you're watching on Patreon, I'm going to be throwing it behind me. Box is literally right back there. And that's why. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is what I call simply stocking one. I have no pattern for this. It's essentially just a large sock. This one I had originally thought was completely done. And then I realized, no, the foot on it is not long enough, especially if I might be giving this to Rain. I'm not sure yet. But I do have a couple recipients in mind that I might be giving these to. So it's essentially just a large freaking sock. It is currently waiting for the rounded toe, hence the yarn that I'm going to be using on that one. This is actually I'm housing a lot of these in Ziploc bags once they're to the point ready for stash dash. So I'll put those away later. I've actually been using 4 different colors of holiday yarn from Red Heart, the red, green, gold, and white. For this one, and stocking 2, I'm actually using, I am using a size US 7, which is actually, I think it's 5 something or other. Hold on, I've got the tag right here. I am this silly. It is a 4.5 millimeter. I'm using my boy DP ends on this first one to hold it until we're ready for the beginning of stash dash. Oh yeah, and I also got to the same point with stocking 2, which I'm going to be showing off now. Same, no pattern, just kind of making a large sock. I have gotten past the end of the gusset and now waiting for the toe for stash dash. I'm going to fold it up nice here so I can find it, and then we will put it in the bag later. And I'm reclaiming the progress keepers too, but that's another story altogether. Oh yeah, no it's not. I think you can see a little reindeer that I got here. I don't remember who I got that from though. But I've got 2 of them, one for each of those stockings. And as you probably guessed, I do have a 3rd stocking. This one's actually being properly housed in a bag until I finish. I have gotten to the beginning of the heel on the stocking. I'm waiting until stash dash begins because I do need my DPNs to do the pickup and the heel flap and stuff like that. So yeah, until I finish the toe, I won't have those. Or sorry, the toe on the first one, I won't have those. But anyway, this is actually being housed in my holiday snow bag. I don't know who it's by, sorry, but I do like a little bobbins. I love it. And there's reindeer on it. It's amazing. Like I said, I found a way to use my holiday bags year round, right? Okay, I have definitely rambled a lot. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment and actually grab something to drink because I can feel my voice going out. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next segment. Y'all. Okay, before we go on to the next segment, I'm actually going to do that one. Put the Ziploc bags for these. 2 Ziploc bags. I don't like having too much stuff behind you, if you can't tell. Honestly. Okay. Boom. And get that ball yarn. show you guys. That's an exclusive. That's the other Progress Keeper. I don't remember where I got that one. I think that might have been actually from Molly Quan, if I remember correctly. But the other one, I have no idea where I got it from. I've gotten so many Progress Keepers over the years, you guys. If I remember, I'll tell you. If I don't, sorry. Come on, get in the bag. Gotta stop talking long enough to put it in the bag, right? Gosh, I'm shaking my head. Okay. I'm just hoping that nothing falls off those DPNs when I throw it. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to do it when we were recording. Whew. Okay. Oh, sorry. My allergies kicked up this week. Something fierce, but at least I'm not having it too many reactions to things, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and start this first row on this while we talk through the next segment. And I wasn't lying when I said that my voice was giving out for the recording, so yeah. Now would be the time to grab your coffee. Grab your coffee, grab your drinks, grab your crafting. Excellent. It's still good. I'm sorry, I drank coffee until it's like completely done, regardless of how cold it is. I'm gonna pause here a quick sec. I think MDI wants me. Hold on. Well, MDI is gonna come get his computer, but in the meantime, you get to listen with me to the sounds of the motorcycle that's outside. For heaven's sakes, every car that they have, I swear, is so freaking loud. Okay, rant over. I'm gonna go ahead and set up for the next segment.
So it's gonna just stock like super low.
Hydraulics super low. You're short. It'll work.
Yeah. But I mean, like, honestly, it would still be. I think this one is kind of the same way. I think it's sitting super low in this one too. So. If you don't like it, like I said, I'll take it.
Alright.
Alright, off I go.
Alrighty.
Back here, kiss please before I go.
Okay. Y'all, whole 10-minute conversation about a chair that he found in the dumpster. He's like, do you want it? I'm like, I don't know, it's a gamer chair. You need a chair more than I do. But boy, let me tell you, the one time he talks about anything all week, that's what he's talking about. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, that and lunch. That was another thing, yeah. And the motorcycle's gone now, so that's good. Okay. Let's go on to the next segment before I start rambling again. I think I'm actually going to finish up the coffee. I like cold coffee to a certain degree, but this was made over an hour ago, so... Cheers, y'all. One more sip. Totally worth it. Okay. Totally worth the mustache. It's fine. There is one further segment further on I think I need to prep for too. I'm like, what? Right there it is. Okay. I anticipated everything I would need, so yay, past silver. Oh my god, okay. Let's do this. Bit of water first, I think. Hydrate, y'all. Important takeaway from this whole week. It's been a doozy of a week. Anyway, let's go. Radio Gaga. You guys, I've been listening to a fair amount of music. I have been listening to all of the Glee volumes. I've also been listening to Britney Spears a couple times. Just a bunch of random music, including like Cosmic Thing by B-52s. Like, I have been constantly listening to music, I feel like. And I'll probably continue to do that, to be honest. It is one of my passions. Let's see. I've also been listening to a few podcasts. My Favorite Murder, The Murder Squad, Wine and Crime, and That's Why We Drink. I I think there's a couple others that I'm going to be listening to starting next week, because the guy that played Luke Danes in Gilmore Girls has a podcast coming out, so can't wait for that one. I was listening to the promo of that one. Okay, now it's gonna bother me. I need to look for the name of it because I am going to recommend it highly. Oh, I'm all in. There we go. Trust me. He said those words in the promo, and I was like, oh my god, so shiver. Oh my god. Okay, like just ask him. Yeah, I went on a 10-minute rant, much like I kind of want to do right now. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. Coffee is kicking in, y'all. Okay. I just realized I finished the book. Whoops. Alright. Luckily I remember the name of the book I'm reading. Which I'm almost done reading, so it's almost... I should just say that it's finished too. Okay. Yeah, she knows. Okay. I don't even have any, like, fiber. I think it's just... I think it's the dust. The Mario kicks up dust every time he comes near me. And scene. That was such a dark. Alright. I swear I am not high, I'm not drunk, I'm just slowly waking up. I have not actually woken up for the day. I don't really wake up until about noon. Ooh. Sorry, Nick Pop. Okay. Let's talk Silver's book pile. So you know I'm actually on Goodreads as Silverluna, so if you wanted to see my progress throughout the course of the week, that's up to you. Oh yeah, I've actually finished quite a few books this month. That does include Narcissus in Chains, Cerulean Sins, Incubus Dreams, also Micah, Dance Macabre, also The Harlequin, Blood Noir, Skin Trade, and Flirt. Those are all by Laurel K. Hamilton. I'm actually currently reading Bullet in that same Anita Blake series. I think there's like 23 books now, I want to say. Yeah, there's a few. I'm hoping to read through all of them and hopefully I can finish them this month, but we shall see. Next up on the docket, I do want to read Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. That is my next goal to read. However, I am listening to Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I've actually determined that I am not very good at listening to books, so I am going to try to listen to at least 2 hours a week. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, before I go ahead and do any more rambling, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. These segments are short, you guys. Except for, well, now, anyway. You'll hear why. A lot of these segments I kind of just read off a list. It's easier. It's so much easier because if I didn't, I would forget something that I've either read, watched, or listened to if I didn't have these segments just listed out, to be honest. It starts off as a notebook. I will literally write everything down in, and then it gets transferred to notes within a couple days before the show, before the podcast recording. Anyway, here we go. Might need water, actually. There we go. Okay. Silver and the Case of the Screen Time. I have been watching quite a bit of things since the last time we talked, you guys. I would definitely grab crafting if you have it, like I said. It is pretty much an electronic babysitter for me most of the time. Just I always have something playing in the background, whether it's video or listening to, stuff like that. Anyway, I've actually watched a few shows, including America's Most Wanted, also 911, 911 Lone Star, The Prodigal Son, also The Masked Singer, and I actually started watching Nancy Drew again. Apparently it's been a while since I watched an episode, so I have like 6 episodes to to binge through. I might eventually go back to my rewatch of Supernatural this week, I think, just because I know I'm running out of episodes that C. Scott hasn't seen, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Oh yeah, I've watched a bunch of movies too, you guys. I don't know what got into me, but I wanted to watch the entire Fast and Furious series, up until number 8. I believe number 9 is coming out relatively soon. I honestly, really, like I said, I don't know what got into me. I thought after Tokyo Drift I was done watching the series, and then I was just like, wait, they're up to 9 now? So I guess that's really why I wanted to go back and watch it. Let's see. Oh, and I also watched Bohemian Rhapsody too. Love, love, love what Remy did with that character. Oh, I'm telling you, they did such a great job with that movie. I'm glad it wasn't just a biopic of the band, but it also was a little bit of, of Freddie Mercury's life and stuff like that too. Whew, I love it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have actually been watching a fair amount of podcasts as well. It does include GGKCS, Adore Knit, also Dramatic Knits. Like I said, the Knitgirlls. I've watched every episode since last time we talked. Also been watching Stockinit Zombies. They do have episodes every week. They go live, which is pretty awesome. I like that. Wish I could figure out YouTube Live, but yeah. Anyway, I also watched an episode by Plies and Hellhounds, also Stitching the High Notes. And I also watched the Knit for Food video on Laura Nelkin's channel. Sorry, I read that like really quickly. But I watched that video again because I wanted to make sure I didn't really miss anything by the end. Because, yeah, like I mentioned, I ended up falling asleep early just because I had been up so early. Anyway, other YouTube channels that that I've actually subscribed to and that I do watch on a fair basis. Charlotte Dobre, also Sassy, which is a relatively new one. I also have watched Seska Says, sorry. That is the reaction channel that I absolutely love. She's going through all of the different Supernatural episodes, and I'm watching those with her. She's also currently, I think she's doing new Classic Who and some other things as well. But I've caught up with her on New Who, so that's good. Let's see, I also watched the Matthews Fam. Also, Natalie Lawyer Chick. She's a lawyer, obviously, and she goes through some of the cases that are popular in culture and takes video from it and kind of reacts to it. It's love it. I do chef kiss, but anyway. I also watch Top 10 Central. I also watch the podcast version of r/Mr. Reddit. So they're about like 2.5 hours. I can kind of just binge. Like, they're on YouTube, but I can listen to them, which I do a lot, especially when I have a lot of patterning stuff going on or I need to pay attention to, I don't know, say like background work for the podcast. Let's see. Oh, Camelot 331. I do watch his videos occasionally. Not as much as I probably should, but let's see. I also have been keeping up with guitar_night 14, who's actually been doing all of the Animal Crossing Hamilton videos. They are so good. So good. Last week was Blow Us All Away. And I don't know what this week is. I have not watched yesterday's episode yet. Whoops. Oh, and I did watch the Hot Ones video. I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry. But that was the channel First We Feast, which is pretty entertaining to watch people that are in the entertainment industry pretty much die over hot wings. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't think I can ever challenge myself to do that, to be honest. So, although I do eat a lot of hot foods. Anyway, before I go ahead and start really, really rambling, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. That, and I also needed water too. Let's be honest about that. Okay, 7th inning stretch. Everyone stretch. You ready? Caffeine too. Drinking a Mountain Dew Major Melon. I don't know why, but I kind of like it better than regular Mountain Dew. I don't know. Okay. All right, we are ready. All right. Let's talk my favorite things. Okay, so I had something come in Amazon because I saw this and I was like, I need to do it. I'm thinking about this particular coffee sampler. It's called Around the World in 12 Coffees. I'm thinking about doing this as like a holiday sampler thing for stuff coming up in the podcast, which I won't talk about until later, but I will rat myself out to Patreon people. So stay tuned between the segments. Anyway, and yeah, I cannot wait to try this. I am looking at it, I'm like, ooh. It says, from deepest Africa, mysterious Indonesia to sunny Caribbean, Coffee Masters brings you 12 of the finest I cannot say that, Arabica coffees from around the world. It has everything from Brazil Santos to Colin Supremo. There's a tiramisu flavor in there. I did not see that. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I can't wait. I gotta keep it in the packaging, otherwise I will totally drink it before that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put it over there. Another thing that came in the package was a little bit of something special for a few of the things coming up in the podcast. I will talk about that at a later date. Like I said, this particular part is full of spoilers. I'm sorry, but things come in the mail sometimes that you might have to wait a little bit for. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, other things that I am very excited about, you guys. Both MTI and I got our first shot, actually, of the Pfizer vaccination records. It's amazing. I'm sorry. Like, we have the second one coming up on the 17th of May. Day before my birthday, so I might be down on my birthday to not do anything. Let's see. Anyway, oh, and also, because we knew that the first shot was coming up, we ended up getting together with my family to go ahead and just say, hey guys, you probably won't see us for a couple weeks while the first shot kind of goes through our systems, but we wanted to say hi. I got to meet Rain, you guys. He's so stinking cute. My mom and my sister were like, oh, I'm so sorry he's, about his feeding time. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. He can scream in my face all he wants. You just got to hold him. Like, I totally melted. I was like, are you okay? I'm like, I melted. He's my nephew. He's so cute. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, like I have said before, I'm not going to be putting up any photos of Rain, just because he's a minor, he's younger, and I'm going to respect his privacy until he's old enough to start putting stuff up for himself. Alright, so before I rant and rave anymore, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, y'all, before I move on to the next segment, I'm just letting you know. I am doing Vlogmas and Vlogtober. So be aware. Those will actually be directly on YouTube. I may put other things there too during that time frame. But yeah, we'll be mostly on YouTube the whole time for that. But you get to see everything first. And also, because I know the recipients of this is actually not a patron yet, these are drawstring bags. They are pink burlap. So if you know a particular recipient or a friend of mine that really likes pink, You know it's going to. And you might be able to guess what's going on. If not, that's fine. Like I said, I'll talk about it later when the recipient finally gets it. I'm hoping to be done with it before the beginning of Stash Dash, but might not be until like midway through the summer months. So I do want to send it out to them by the end of October. So anyway, that's a lot to say. Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So thank you again for becoming patrons. I really do appreciate it. It gets me the opportunity to do stuff like this for friends and stuff. So, okay, let's go on to the segment. And I'm gonna need a drink because y'all know me. I try to sing these vocals, it ain't gonna work. Last time I think it was twice that it took me. The more you know. On point the first time. Whoa. Okay. I do have a couple of random announcements before I start talking about the alongs that we do have going on right now. Basically for most of the summer, I'm going to be doing 2 different types of vlogs. I'm going to be doing a normal stash, or what I'm calling a stash vlog. They did start on the 21st. They will go about 3 per month on Wednesdays. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to remind everyone, but they're also going to be live premieres at 1 p.m. Eastern time every week. They will be abbreviated podcast episodes with what I've been working on and finishing, maybe a little bit of life stuff depending on what's going on. Also, for the whole summer months, once Stash Dash starts, I'm going to be doing abbreviated podcast episodes. So normal numbers like in 105 will start with a very abbreviated version, which might just be the alongs for all I know, depending on how much work I get done and stuff. Anyway, the other vlogs that I am planning on doing is 1 per month. I'm going to be putting out videos that I'm going to call Stitchy Silver vlogs. They do start on 5/5. Again, we'll be premiering on the first Wednesday of every month through the month of August. Might be until the beginning of September. I haven't quite decided that yet. This will actually be the only time that you will see my stitching, probably from now until October, I think. I'm not even sure. Like I said, I'm playing this all by ear. This is gonna be the one time, like I said, that I'm gonna show off my stitching. I know myself, like I said, during the summer, I won't want to stop finishing all the knitting and crocheting items that I was talking about in Stash Dash Readiness. This at least makes me want to spend a few hours a month working on my cross stitch. Like I said, I may continue them after the summer just to kind of keep it going, but we'll play that by ear. Like I said, if you really enjoy it, just please let me know. What I did was, in typical Silver fashion, I took the concept of a floss tube and just kind of rolled with it. I recorded myself for 2-ish hours to stitching, was a couple days ago. Anyway, and just kind of sped that up a little bit and explained what I've been working on and stuff like that. So, yes. All right, it is now time for a cowl breakdown. Let's talk the Stripe Along 2021. Now, at some point last year, I had actually realized that I was down to 3 more skeins of Desert Vista's stripy yarn. I'm down to 2 officially now. As I do have a lot of other brands of stripy yarn, I decided that I wanted to try to get a full year of doing 1 stripy sock a month until the end of the year. Like I said, so I also started a along to go ahead and introduce and show off stripes of any kind. It could be color blocking, etc. Like I said, this along is going to run all year. I'm going to be using the hashtag SDL Stripe Along 2021 on all social media. I'll put that down because I know I talk really fast. The rules in this are simple. Basically, anything that you finish in 2021 with stripes will count. You must be a member of either the Silver's Dreamland Discord or Facebook group. Now, don't be alarmed if you don't want to use either. You can go ahead and actually use the hashtag on any of the social media platforms, and I will go ahead and I'll pull that off. I should say within reason. I don't really use Twitter very often, so be aware with that. But you can always at me on Instagram at Silver's Treats with your picture. That way I know, hey, I can count you for the along. And then this way, what I will do is I will actually take both the Facebook groups and all the social media platforms and bring it over to the Discord board, which is now where, instead of Ravelry, is where all of our forums are. So you're aware. Okay, rambling. Basically, color work, Fair Isle, stranded color work, double knitting, and Intarsia will all count, as long as the colors that you use are pretty bright and cheerful. You know, we need a lot of that after the Panini year. We're not even going to say the year numbers anymore. A few notes for this along: you can actually enter your project multiple times. There's no need to actually enter the FO multiple times, as long as you notate with me or in the post that you put up how long it took you to complete each project. I will actually give you the correct post numbers that you need, especially when it comes to prizes. That's how I'm going to be pulling for prizes, is using the post numbers. So, all right, let me give you a little bit of a breakdown and try to slow myself down with that. Basically, if you have started and finished the project any time in 2021, you can actually enter your FOs 2 times. Now, if you did it within a 6-month time frame, you can actually enter 3 times. If it was 3 months that you spent on it, you can actually have a total of 4 FO posts. And if you started and finished it in 2 months' time, it's a total of 5 times you can enter it. Here's the kicker: if you're like me and actually can knit a pair of socks in a month, or anything, crochet, anything with stripes, in 1 month's time, you can enter a total of 6 times, you guys. 6 times. I love everyone that's able to do that, trust me, because I feel like a freak that I can. So anyway, let us talk the prizes for this along. We do have a digital prize at Pat or Looney. At Pat, who's also known as Looney Hiker, has actually offered one of her lovely patterns. You can actually look at all of her patterns on Lovecraft or on Ravelry, so you know links to both will be in the show notes on Discord, actually, and even in the box below the video as well. Now let's talk physical prizes. The first one is Fairy Lights. Sorry, I'm trying to find it here. Yes, there it is. Sorry, Fairy Lights colorway. And there's actually a pattern that goes with it as well. It'll be for a vanilla pattern. Let me double check that, because I keep second guessing myself with this pattern and what it is. It is... Yes, it looks like it is a top-down sock. Vanilla sock, so yay. All right, the second thing that I do want to talk about is going to be... Alright, so the next prize is actually going to be the winner's choice of one of the blankets that I made. It's actually crafted by me, don't worry about it. You do have option 1. And option 2. If you're on Patreon, you'll see me waving my arms, but that's to remind me, hey, I need to put the picture there. Anyway, if anyone wishes to donate any prizes, please message me on Discord. Again, I am SilverD, #8858 on Facebook, or you can actually email me directly at silverstreamland@gmail.com. I do have a few other prizes that are kind of in the back of my mind, but I'm not sure if those are coming to fruition. Like I said, I haven't completely decided whether I'm going to use it or not. Anyway. All right, let's talk about who finished projects in the month of April. Let's congratulate I Now Our, Linda C, Meditative Crafter, Mercury Zelda, Nicole S, and Wall Central. So congratulations, you guys. Oh, Like I said, I absolutely fall in love with every project that comes our way. But if you can, remember you do have to come by and like all of your favorite FOs, especially from the past month, so you know that does get used in the end of each quarter video for prizes as well. Anyway, let's move on to the next along. Okay, y'all. I will be right back. Y'all, I just remembered something that is coming up for one of the alongs that I'm going to be talking about soon. That I need to be like, hey, check in on before I got really distracted. Okay. One more sip and then we'll go. Maybe I should get that away from the microphone just in case. I know myself in the waving of arms thing. Alright. Alright, let's talk Dream Along 2021. As it was most of the world, I was pretty much dreaming of saying goodbye to the year that will now not be named. Basically something fierce. And by the end of that year, I was done. I literally wanted to dream it all away. I actually thought to host a new along in 2021 where I finally cast on projects that I've been dreaming about starting, or just finishing up something that has been in my queue or in my UFO bin for so long that I just wanted to get done, you know? I've literally been dreaming about a few of these projects that I need to finish. I'm not lying, I wish I was. Alright, so to this end, the Dream Along 2021 was born. This is going to actually be running all year long. I'm going to be using the hashtag SDDL Dreamer Along 2021 on all social media, so if you'd like to play along, I really would appreciate you. The rules for this are simple. Basically, anything that you finish in 2021 will count. You must be a member of the Silver's Dreamland Discord or Facebook groups. If you don't use either, I do understand, trust me. Just you can go ahead and use the hashtag itself. Say, for example, on Instagram, or you can go ahead and just at me on Instagram at Silver's Trades. That way I know to count your projects for this along as well, and I'll actually move it into our Discord board for you. Okay, like I said, the main idea for this along was to start or even to finish things that have been in your queue, whether this queue is as your UFOs or things that you've been dreaming about making for years and just have not really gotten up the gumption to do so. My personal project is the Even Star. I did start it earlier this year with that intent in mind. I might have to restart it. Yeah. However, anything that you do finish in 2021 will count for this along. A few notes for this along: you can actually enter your project multiple times. And this is actually based on the length of time that the project has been in your queue. There's no need to enter each FO multiple times. I'll do that for you as long as you have notated how long it's been marinating. I will comment below each picture that you enter with the correct post numbers for you. So I'm just going to break it down for you. If you started or have had this in your queue for more than a year, you can actually enter your FOs a total of 2 times. If it's been about 3 years or so, you can actually enter a total of 3 times. If you've actually had it in your queue whenever for 3 years, you can enter it 4 times. If it's been 4 years, you can enter it 5 times. If you've had it actually in your queue more than 5 years, you can enter it a total of 6 times. Now, if you have started or have had this in your queue more than 10 years, basically longer than I was ever on the site that will not be named now, you may enter your FO a total of 10 times. I don't even know if I have projects that have been on the needles that long because I'm impatient to finish stuff sometimes. However, don't be alarmed if you have had it on the needles for under a year. You can still enter it. I will love to have you. Trust me, you still would be able to get posted. Well, anyway, what you're here for, the prizes, right? Sorry about that. That was actually that was a drop of my mouse. Sorry, I didn't think of the word. Anyway, From West Yorkshire Spinners, we do have the Starry Night colorway. And there is a pattern that goes with it. Nice pattern too. I wish I had saved some of it for myself. Isn't that gorgeous? Whew. Let's see, we also do have a pair of the Wet Sonics circular needles in a size US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. They are 24-inch or 61 centimeters, and they're a soft cable. I liked them the one time I tried them. They just were a little bit finicky. So if you don't like that, just let me know when I pull for prizes. Anyway, there's also going to be, from the Fiber Treat, we do have some Blue Place Luster and a corresponding mini donated. Hold the phone on that one, because that's something else, I think, if I remember correctly. That was a spoiler for you guys. Okay. Gotta put that in the other box. Anyway, you do have the next prize is actually the winner's choice of a blanket crafted by yours truly. Like I said, you do have choice between option 1, and option 2. If anyone does wish to donate any prizes, you can go ahead and message me on Discord. Like I said, I am SilverD, #8858. On Facebook, I'm SilverD again. Or you can actually email me at silverstreammail@gmail.com. And I'd love to add you. Okay, so who finished objects in April? Well, we did have I Know Our, Linda C, Meditative Crafter, Mercury Zelda, Nicole S, and Walsh Central. So congratulations to everyone who entered FOs this month. I'm losing steam. You guys, I am totally losing steam. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm hoping I have enough caffeine to get me through. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls, I think. Just going to put that out there. Just going to put that out there. It is what it is, right? I had to make sure Mario wasn't there. I'll pick it up later, don't worry. Okay. I always lose steam about this time, I think. But this is the important one. You'll see why. Okay. Okay, let's talk about a new along that is actually going to be starting on May 17th. We're going to have a cast-on party at 1 o'clock where I go through all of the details, all of the rules, and all of the prizes. For now, I am going to just tell you about the details itself, the ways to play, and the prizes we'll announce later. Okay, let's talk Pride Along 21-22. This along is actually going to run, like I said, from Monday, May 17th, which is actually the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia, through June 30th of 2022. Mostly because I wanted to encompass 2 Pride days, or Pride months rather. For this one, please use hashtag SDL Pride Along 21-22. You could also use hashtag Pride Along 21-22. You could also use MC Pride Along 21-22, or GGKCS Pride Along 2122, or even AK Pride Along 2122 on all social medias. So you know, bit of a spoiler, those names you might recognize. Anyway, let's talk the rules or the ways to play. Now, I do have two different shawls that I have included as possible ways to get entries into this. You can either knit the Progression Shawl by Karen Reisingler, or you can actually crochet the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Howens. I'm going to go ahead and put pictures of them here. And as we're talking, if you would like to also enter anything that you're using any Pride colorway. This does include, but not exclusively cover, rainbows, gender fluid colorways, intersex, trans colorways, etc. The whole gamut. If you do knit or crochet or even stitch any Pride flag, it will actually count. You can do this by using like blocks of color to represent the flags in a shawl or other items. This all does count. If you use a pattern with the word pride or proud in it, this would count this would count as well. Just please make sure you do include the name of the design, the designer, and a link. If you can't find one other than on Ravelry, that's fine. I do understand. I just cannot use the site anyway. You will actually get double entries if you knit the Progression Shawl with a Pride colorway or are making a Pride flag while knitting the Progression Shawl. Like I said, this shawl is just easy. It's knit, maybe a yarn over, and a knit two together. But it's totally worth it. And it's nice and simple, and you can do whatever you want with it. I think I've knit a total of like 6 of them. And spoiler, that's what I'm going to be knit on. You could also get double entries if you crochet the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl with a Pride colorway, or even make a Pride flag while crocheting that shawl. Basically, also, anything with rainbows in it counts as well. And like I mentioned before, there are a lot, and I repeat a lot, plenty of prizes. I'm going to be putting up a video on Monday, May 17th to officially kick off the along. It will include all of the prizes and possibly some special guests. So make sure you keep an eye out for it. And also, I think we're going to cross post it as much as we possibly can. Anyway, if you would like to go ahead and donate a prize to the along, please PM me directly either on Discord or even any of the social medias. Or you can email me directly at silverstreamnet@gmail.com and I will add you to that wonderful list of donors. Okay, now that we have covered all of the alongs, I'm going to go ahead and get a drink and I will move on to the next segment. Spoiler alert, there will be a fair amount of people entering that call as well. Oh yeah, it's going to be madness and I love it. I love it. Anyway, like I said, I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes. All right. Sorry, I have an allergy attack on me. As we all are doing nowadays. I think I'm almost out of this one, to be honest. It's been up here for a while. Sorry if you don't like that. I do that a lot. I move and I pop. I'm not even 37 yet. I could fall apart. Anyway. Okay, here we go. All right, we have come to the end of the road. I am pretty social. You can actually find us on our I am pretty social. You can actually find me on our Discord board, which is Silver's Dreamland Podcast. I am actually Silver D #8858 there. On Facebook, Silver's Dreamland can actually be found at www.facebook.com/groups/Silver's Dreamland Podcast. Yes, I know There are actually two different things that come up when you actually search Silver Streaming Podcast, both a group and a page. If you follow the group for all episodes and long updates, that would be great. I mostly post things to the group, but the page is still technically active. Oh yeah, and a note about the Facebook group, you do need to enter a total of 3 questions. As I'm trying to keep spammers out of the group, I've noticed a few of them on YouTube, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, first question, what episode am I up to? Well, today is actually episode 104. The second question is, what is the name of Silver's son? Well, Mario the cat / Mario. If you don't remember these answers, that's fine. If you just note this in your answers, that's fine. Chances are I'll just let you in. But you do need to read the group rules and hit agree. Basically, the rules are simple and absolute in my eyes when you answer the questions. You just have to agree to be nice, honestly, and not dox each other. Like, essentially, per Facebook's rules, even. Anyway. So all episodes, once they go live, will actually bounce into that page, into the page as well as the group. On Instagram and on Twitter, I am actually... allergy attack. Okay. On Instagram and on Twitter, I am at Silver's Knitting. I do tend to read through all messages as soon as I possibly can. However, if you don't hear from me within 24 hours for some strange reason, please feel free to go ahead and email me directly at silverstreamland@gmail.com. That goes to my phone, so that way I can see it right away. As always, everything that I do talk about can be found in the show notes at www.silverstreamlandpodcast.com. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the bell down below. This way others can actually find me in my little corner of YouTube. That, and you can also see when I do post new videos. Okay, I have rambled for long enough. I know your time is valuable, so please feel free to join in any discussion, or you can even start your own on the Silver Streamland Discord board or the Facebook group. I don't bite, I promise. If you're feeling generous, just please click that like button below this video. Like I said, it does help my channel out. Alrighty, I will actually be back with a stash vlog next Wednesday, and actually an episode of Stitchy Silver this coming Wednesday. Until next time, happy crafting! Okay. Y'all, I got an allergy attack going on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start editing. It was nice to hang out with you guys today. If you do have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Anything else you want to see here on Patreon, again, let me know. Okay. And also, it's time to eat something, I think. My stomach is getting a little hungry. Or could be I just want a snack too. That could be it. Anyway, thanks for joining me, y'all. Bye now. Lucky, you are cute. Hello. Hey, baby. I leave my desk for 2 seconds and you're under it, huh? That's how we're gonna play today? Good morning, everyone. I just want to let you know. Mariah's a silly boy. I had to Open up the blinds so you can look out. There's nothing going on our street. But that's okay. Sorry, chair squeaky. Anyway, I'm up early today to record a couple of things, and then we'll see how the day goes. See, I've got the madness of everything going on right now. But first, coffee and watching the cat watch CatTube. He's so cute, you guys. Seriously, I could watch him forever. Alright, should get to work now.